Hello everyone, this is your friend Tifel. Today I'm very excited to share with you my experience of intermittent fasting for the last 60 days. You must have heard about intermittent fasting by now. It is getting very common. It may not be as common as the food recipes and cooking shows and food that you all the time hear about, but more and more scientific studies are showing that intermittent fasting is good for us, which protects us from various conditions such as obesity, cardiovascular diseases, neurological condition. In the long run, fasting makes us even live longer and healthier. So let me share with you my journey of intermittent fasting, which is about for 60 days so far. Before going further, I want to take a moment to clarify the term intermittent fasting. It's a common term used for any eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. It does not specify which food you should eat, therefore do not consider it as a dieting, but it's just an eating pattern. You are allowed to drink water as much as you want, and any beverage which has a negligible number of calories, such as black tea. There are various options you have available for intermittent fasting. In every option, you just simply set your fasting and eating windows and adhere to it every day. For example, you may decide to fast for 12 hours of the day and eat for another 12 hours. For instance, if you choose to fast between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m., then you should need to finish your dinner before 7 p.m. and wait until 7 a.m. to eat your breakfast next day. In the same manner, fasting for 16 hours a day leaves an eating window of 8 hours. In such a fasting pattern, you may finish your evening meal by 8 p.m. and then skip breakfast the next day, not eating again until noon, so you can finish the time of 16 hours. By the same token, 18-16 fasting routine may be eating between 11 in the morning and 5 p.m. or between noon and 6 p.m. and fasting during the remaining hours. Of course, your intermittent fasting is easier to some extent if it includes the period of your sleep in the fasting window. Other less common methods of intermittent fasting are, such as fasting for full 24 hours once a week, or 36 hours or once a month. We are not going to talk about those, but the common ones I already mentioned to you. What kind of fasting did I do? The fasting I have been doing is 18-6 fasting for the last 60 days. That is, I fast for 18 hours and then eat for 6 hours of duration. Now, it's not necessary to begin or eat your fast exactly at the same time. Generally, I stopped eating between 4 and 5 p.m. and broke my fast the following day between 10 and 11 a.m. Sometimes if I'm busy, I may go 30 minutes or more beyond my 18 hours. The most important thing to remember is you have to complete at least 18 hours of fasting daily. Here's the summary of my fasting experience. So far, fasting has been a very interesting experience for me. I'm enjoying my new eating pattern, and I don't have any complaint. I didn't find any negative effects of fasting on my health. I did not find any lack of energy during fasting. Sometimes I notice I have a little bit even more energy. However, one caution: if you eat too much immediately after you break your fast, you might feel heavy and slow. That's how I felt. I didn't lose any weight, but neither gain any weight, despite my reduced physical activity due to COVID-19 lockdown, as we are all going through it. I believe fasting is a much better option for keeping your weight under control than dieting. I realized that eating 3 meals a day or snacks between are just our acquired habits. We are naturally well equipped to go through periods of fasting without much trouble, especially if it is not a very long fast. I found that 18-6 fasting is not very cumbersome for me personally, since I'm already used to eating my last meal of the day around 5 p.m. Only change I had to do was not eating any snacks after my last meal and delay my breakfast for a couple of hours next day. Based on my experiences, I am planning to continue my 18-6 fasting, and it's no more fasting for me. Now it's just an eating healthy way. Now, finally, some thoughts for action for your consideration. Every day, science is reconfirming the benefits of age-old wisdom of fasting practiced in many cultures and society for a very long period of time. So it is not a new fashion or a hoax, but rather it is important. thing nowadays, we have learned. You can read about it in a review article in New England Journal of Medicine, which nicely summarizes the research on fasting studies. Fasting has been shown to have many short-term and long-term benefits, as we just talked about it. It gives rest to your body after hard work of digestion. It allows body to focus on cleaning and repairing itself. Consequently, it prevents you from many diseases and causes positive effects on our health and longevity. If you do not have any physical condition restricting you from fasting, you should seriously consider trying out fasting. Begin with 12 hours of 12 fasting. That is 12 hours of fast and 12 hours of eating window. Then if you can go up to 16-8 or 18-6 intermittent fasting, if you feel like it and you enjoy it. Keep record of your fasting experience and share with others. Download the Zero app, Zero is Z-E-R, Zero app on your iPhone or Android and keep track of your fasting. If you're trying to lose weight and having difficulty with dieting, try fasting. In that case, you are not struggling not to eat this food or that food whole day. Just decide rather not to eat at all in a certain time period. Afterwards, you're free to eat anything. Of course, if you're serious about your goal of weight loss, you should not overeat, eat healthy, and continue with your regular exercise regimen. That's the way you will achieve your goal. So that's all I have for you, folks. Hope you found this video interesting and learned a thing or two to apply in your life. If you have any question or comment, feel free to drop a line. Until we talk again, please stay safe and happy. With best wishes, bye for now, and thank you.